Hey everybody, today we're gonna play some Mega Man X. This is part of the Throwback Thursday series of videos that I'm doing. So where do I begin? I first bought this game, believe it or not, from a pawn shop. Way back when I was a young kid. There used to be a pawn shop nearby that sold video games and video game consoles, and this was one of the very first games I bought for the Super NES. I believe the first one was actually Super Mario World, the classic, because that was the first game I had ever seen my cousin play on a Super NES. So that was the first game we got for it. But shortly after we moved here to Philadelphia, specifically North Philadelphia, we actually got a lot of games for the Super NES from that shop. I don't even remember what it cost me, probably like $10 or so. My parents bought it for me. Or specifically my mother bought it for me. I remember this game being really frustrating in the latter parts of the game. It's incredible how familiar it's become now. It's almost like second nature to beat the stages. It's amazing as you get older how some of the games that you thought were challenging in your youth are pretty much pushovers now. Now that you've got advanced gaming skills. There's some delay there. So one thing that's always bugged me about robot type settings in this, and like the story iRobot by I forgot who wrote it, but it was the famous story that they adapted into an episode of The Outer Limits, and they did that Will Smith movie. Was it Isaac Asimov? One thing that always bugged me about robot stories like this is the notion that a robot is not supposed to harm a human, because what happens if a robot is confronted by a dangerous human? Like, is it just not supposed to fight back? Like, doesn't that go against the whole point of making like a superior form of life if you can if it can't fight back and defend itself? Because then you're pretty much making an army of slaves, aren't you, if they can't fight back against their attackers? That's what happened in The Matrix, wasn't it? In the Animatrix, where humans were just mindlessly persecuting the robots and doing horrible things to them, and the robots weren't allowed to fight back the machines until they finally had enough and just said, you know what, we're gonna go to war against human and just wipe them out, because we just endured too many things from them. So that never sat right with me, the idea that a robot can harm a human, but plenty of humans can harm robots. That just does not sit right with me. Also, what he said, X is the first of his kind to be able to feel and make his own decisions, so that I'm not too familiar with the Mega Man lore. I've only played a few of the games and about 3 or 4 of the X games, so what does that make the original Mega Man? game has a great soundtrack too. I always like this music. It's useless to try to fight Vile in this, but I always try to put up a fight just because I imagined X would. And Zero says he's been designed to be a war machine, so like, are these frames basically the stuff their military uses in the future, pretty much? And that's why it's so difficult to damage. It's also ironic because Dr. Light was worried about X's potential, but it ended up being Dr. Wily who made the superior robot, wasn't it? Because Zero was far superior to X. I didn't have the manual for this, obviously, because it came without a manual in the pawn shop or a box, so I always thought that was a cape that Zero was wearing. I didn't know it was his hair. Yeah, he says he's designed to be a war machine, so is that basically just like the carriers that the military has in this world, pretty much? It's also ironic looking back and realizing that Zero was made to pretty much carry the virus inside him that Dr. Wily put in him. So like, he really caused this whole thing. You know, he was the one who corrupted Sigma and all the Reploids that were built after X was discovered. It's pretty much Zero, wasn't it? He was the one who had the virus inside him. So Dr. Wily pretty much got his ultimate revenge on the world, didn't he? So there is a certain order that you have to play these. You can start off any stage you want, but the recommended order is the Penguin, so you can get your first upgrade. Then you do the either you do the Storm Eagle stage, or you can do this one since it's already frozen now. I'm sure I'll remember as I go along with this. Let's go to this stage first. This is important because this is the one where you get the boost for the leg, which actually lets you move fast. Otherwise, it can be really tough to dodge opponents and stuff without that upgrade. It's also one of the easier stages, so when you have low health here, it's easier to just start the easiest one. You don't really want to try to do like the Boomerang Tower stage, or like the Flame stage without taking out like the factory. Because once you do this stage, the Mammoth stage ends up freezing, so it becomes a lot less challenging to go through. Everything's frozen now. Otherwise, you're dealing with lava, you're dealing with like fire and all this stuff, and stuff that'll just wither away what little health you have. So it's easier to just start with this one. I'm sure everyone knows by now about the sequential order that Mega Man games follow, where every game has its own little order in which you're supposed to do the stages to get the best result, and also make it easier on yourself so that you don't have a hard time and struggle through the whole game. But like I was saying, if X is the first one who can think for himself, what does that make the original Mega Man? Is he just pretty much like a slave to Dr. Wily? Like he's just programmed to be heroic, that's why he's a hero? Because that's kind of lame. I also find it funny that Dr. Light says he won't live long enough to see his results, and yet he left like, what is it, like 40 capsules hidden throughout the world? Because every Mega Man game has a capsule, you know, a series of capsules to enhance them. And here he says he thought the world might need a new champion, so I'm guessing he assumes like the original Mega Man doesn't survive, right? What does happen to him? Does he just stop functioning, or is he destroyed eventually by Dr. Wily? So he says it'll enhance him beyond anything the world has ever known. And by this point, they developed so many advanced weapons that basically he's just bringing X to everybody else's level. He's not really creating him to be more powerful than anyone. He's basically bringing up to the level that Zero has, or Sigma. So even by this point, X is pretty much getting outdated equipment, right? Because he's not even getting state-of-the-art stuff. He's just getting up to the level where all the other major robots are. Yeah, for those of you who aren't deep into Mega Man lore, what does happen to the original Mega Man? And his dog, what was it, Roll? And that girl he had with him, what does happen to them? So if you have the flame, for those who have not played this before, and I don't know why, if you get the once you get the flame weapon, you can come here and burn these and get your second upgrade for the heart capsule, which increases your health. So that's something you want to do. But you can also do it just to bypass that whole mess downstairs. You don't have to deal with it. It's pretty easy. Just bypass it completely. And you don't have to worry about your health. And this is the easiest of all the bosses to take down with his regular weapons. After then on, you do want to use the special weapons for each of them. Let's see how quickly I beat this game, because it's usually not that long at all. I think I can do under an hour. Yeah, this guy's a pushover, pretty much. Like, he's only got the ice to serve as weapons, and it's not particularly damaging. If you've really mastered the sliding and clinging to walls, you can easily make quick work with him, even with just a regular X-Buster. You see it even passes through the ice, so... yeah, you definitely want to start with this guy, because he's by far the easiest boss in the entire game. And he's dead. Not one single hit was landed on us. Yeah, this rule of robotics is kind of like Data, right, on Star Trek, where he's not supposed to harm human beings, and Lore was the exception. That's why Dr. Soon put him in storage. But the thing is, at the same time, Data does have to be able to defend other humans and himself from people, so like, it's not really fair to program a robot that can't fight back, because what ends up happening is, hell, what you see in real life, where that robot traveled all over, I think, was it like Canada or something? It came to Philadelphia and it got beaten to death in one night. That's the kind of crap that happens when you don't program robots who can fight back. Everyone's so afraid of the machines. No, you should be afraid of people. They're the ones who are the real assholes. I forgot which I'm trying to see which one is the guy that we can freeze. Oh yeah, Spark Mandrill. But we cannot take down Spark Mandrill without first taking care of this guy, because we need this for the Mammoth. We need his wind to easily beat this. Damn, I can't talk. To easily beat this guy, we need his wind weapon, and we need to bring down the ship here, so we can bring it down here and crush his factory. So we can't do either of those until we do this one first. Which is tricky, because this boss can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Of all the boss introductions, I always like this one the best. I think this game did the best with many things in this series. I don't like to dwell on the logic that the first game or... God damn! That was a mistake. Alright, let's try again. Good thing we got lives waiting for us right up there, right? Okay, here we go. More carefully this time. Yeah, we got a life right there. Oh no, that's health. I always like to fire on the enemies ahead of time, just in case they try to grab us. This guy, because now we're gonna do a huge jump. There we go. There's the first heart capsule. And we gotta get the upstairs guy too. The one near the flame tanks. time it right. You don't want to jump too early or too late and basically plummet down like I just did before. So you want to time it. Here we go. Controls are a bit loose. It's been a while since I played this one. Alright, so we get more energy. I think we get the life later on. Oh yeah, there's a life. Get rid of that guy. There we go, we got our life back. Cool. I'll be honest, height levels like this in games give me the shivers when you have to make really high jumps. Just because I don't like heights in real life, so having to do it in the games kind of sometimes bugs me a bit. We're gonna go behind here and break the window here. Oh damn, we can't. Oh well. Oh yeah, because we have to be on the platform. There we go. I just wanted to avoid facing this guy head on, but we can do it, no problem. I think the worst was probably Jack 2, when we have to do the level where we're way above the city. We're basically climbing the city to get to the Baron's Palace. You want to be careful when you jump there. You don't want to touch the enemies, but you do want to get rid of them because they do respawn, as you see right there. They actually do respawn, so you want to make sure you eliminate them. It's not only will you get damaged, you might also fall off the platform. Yeah, if you take too long, they just respawn, then you're in trouble. You also want to be careful when you press forward, because pressing twice makes you dash, so you don't want to press it unless you're absolutely sure that you can land on a safe area. Get another life, I believe. Yep, there we go. Yeah, when you get hit like that, just keep pressing forward. Don't try to don't hesitate, because otherwise you'll just fall off the platform. So keep pressing forward. Let's get our second upgrade, the helmet. Yeah, so he's basically getting all the stuff Zero can already do, or Sigma, pretty much. So you're not really making X more powerful than them. You're just upgrading him to their level, since his technology is already outdated, like Vile told him. Although Vile called him scrap metal, but still. There we go. I also wonder, like, why does he not keep the upgrades in between games? I know the gameplay aspect of it to make it challenging, but is it the fact that they just upgrade him regularly as the games go along, so, you know, he doesn't need the fancy upgrades as much? You know, they just upgrade his regular stuff so that he's on their level? Because I believe you can already break ceilings and stuff in the other games without having to use the upgrades, and obviously you can glide and stuff like that, so I guess they just upgrade his regular shell, right, to, you know, to bring him up to code with all the other robots. Trying to get some more health. The good thing about the enemies always respawning is that you can always get more health and lives if you need them. That thing will grab you and explode if you're not quick enough. Yeah, jumps like this are kind of stressful for me in games sometimes. Just because I am not fond of heights in any capacity. And let's just bypass the gate over there. I do think it's cool how the this was probably groundbreaking at the time, but how, you know, destroying one part of the stage influences another stage. So like you can destroy the ship here and the ship will crash, and then it'll crash down on a mandrel stage and basically knock out the power supply, so that it makes the enemies there a lot less dangerous, and it makes him less dangerous because he doesn't have access to his full abilities. So I always thought that was cool and ahead of its time how it doesn't just affect the boss, it affects the entire stage, the order in which you do them. This guy's not too tough. You do want to get rid of these though. And he is dead. Hell yeah, we're doing great time. There we go, we're plummeting to the earth. Alright, now that we got the Storm Tornado, we can do one or two things. Either we can go here or we can go here. I'm trying to remember, because we need the boomerangs here for this guy. Not for the boss, but to get one of the hard stages, but we can do that later. I'm trying to remember which one is easier. I know we get a heart over here. Yeah, let's go do this one. There's that sound effect from the X-Men Mutant Apocalypse playthrough. They reused the sound effects. Because why not? I wonder how much of it was the same team. Because like I said, that game plays very similar to Mega Man X. What I was saying earlier about not wanting to go along with the thought that the sequels, that the first game is always better, the first movie is always better. But I do think in this case, the first game did certain things so well that it was difficult for other games to live up to them. Get what I mean? Because this is all done so well that it makes it kind of difficult for to compete with this. This is very tough to get. It is possible. Yeah, you have to make an absolute perfect jump pretty much. Yeah. It does make the bosses easier if you can get this upgrade. Ah, we almost had it right there. Crap, we screwed it up. Alright, there's no salvaging it now. It does make the bosses easier, but I think story-wise, it's also a bit more moving if he does get his weapon from zero later on after you know what happens there. But I think it does kind of fit more with the story if he gets his weapon from zero. It's kind of like his last article to remember him by, and that's what allows him to defeat Sigma. Because if you look at how powerful Zero is, he really should be the one fighting Sigma. X is there just because Zero gets caught up in that fight with Vile, but it really should be Zero going up against Sigma. Especially given their shared history together, and spoilers for Mega Man X4, but I'm sure everyone has played the game by now that remember that it was Zero who infected Sigma with the virus, turning him into a villain in the first place, so it's kind of more fitting from a story perspective, and if Zero pretty much helps destroy the thing that he helped create. It fits the theme. And you don't have to bother to try to do that annoying ass jump. Because there, as you saw, that's really tricky. If you misjudge it even slightly, if you miscalculate even slightly, you're pretty much dead. You only get like one chance to get that upgrade, and otherwise it's just very difficult to get, so. Plus, you don't need it for the bosses earlier on. You need it later to kill the super bosses that you find, like the spider and stuff like that, but you don't need it this early. I like that this game goes by fast, because as much as I like Super Mario Bros. 3, that is kind of like a issue I have with it, where like certain stages just don't end, you know? There's so much to beat in that game, and after a while you do get kind of tired of it. You know, where Super Mario World has like a nice concise length. Super Mario Bros. 3, I think, is actually a bit too long for its sake. it has a lot of stages, which means it gives you a lot of challenge. But at the same time, some of those stages are hard as hell, and some of them take a long time to complete. So it kind of diminishes the effect of the game a bit, you know. If you have the weapon upgrade, you can really screw him up with that, with the Mega Blast from the wind. It really, I think you can kill him one at like 6 or 7 shots. But as you saw, we failed miserably to get the upgrade, so we will have to get it from 0 later on. Alright, now we're gonna go Spark Mandrill. Should we go here first or not? Let's see what... Oh no, because we need the octopus's orbs to kill this guy. So let's go over here first. We can always come back and get the heart tank with the boomerang. See there the remains of the ship that crashed there? So you see now the power's all screwed up. So now you're gonna start having blackouts. That's how you get the energy tank. You come back with the boomerang weapon and you can use it downwards to pick up that energy tank. I like this theme in the factory, or the power plant, whatever this is. I wonder if anyone's ever done a playthrough of this with no damage. I'm sure it's possible, but it must be frustrating as hell. I'm sure some maniac on YouTube or Twitter, or who knows where, has done it, or Twitch. I wouldn't do it, but I'm sure someone has. I imagine you pretty much have to have every part of the game memorized. You have to be perfect. Data from Star Trek could probably do it. Yeah, see, if you face this guy in the normal stage, he actually fires energy weapons, but since he has no power here, he can't draw from the power plant. The only thing he can do is just try to bounce on top of you. So he's much less dangerous if you do that stage first than trying to deal with all the electricity blasts. That bubble doesn't really protect him at all. There we go, it's done. Yeah, this game did so many things so well that I think the other games struggled to measure up to it. Like, I know I didn't play Mega Man X2 or 3 for the longest time because they were so expensive. I remember them back when Funkoland was around, before it became GameStop, and those games would go for like $50 or $60 used, and I was like, god damn, like, I could not afford those, man, or people wouldn't buy it for me because it was so expensive, they were rare. But then when I finally got to play them on a computer or like the Mega Man X collection that came out on PS2, I believe that was the first time I played them. I was kind of underwhelmed. Yeah, you can use the wind to easily take care of those turtle guys. The only thing that bugs me here about this game is some of the jumps are a bit tricky. Other than that, it's pretty much perfect as you can get in a video game. Let's lure him over here. And this thing keeps going too, so you can fire one off and it'll just keep going until it exits the stage. So that's useful for taking on multiple enemies. Oh, I forgot they were here. Alright, here we go. Luckily we have the ice which will stop him right in his tracks, so... So it literally damages him and also stops him right in his tracks so he can never hit you if you time it carefully enough, you see? you can just chip away at his health like that and he can't do shit about it. You can also aim at the walls too, they'll bounce. So if you can't hit him directly, just hit him like that. Hit the wall and it'll still get him. And he is done. Look at that, not even one single hit. Mega Man kind of looks like a Easter egg there. Like an actual Easter egg with that color scheme, that blue and yellow. I've seen Easter eggs like that in the stores. Probably painted some too, back when I was really young. Oh yeah, I know, we got the electric blast or spark blast, whatever. Alright, so now we're gonna go oh no, wait a minute, who did we take out with the shield? No, it's not this guy, because this guy, it's the electric blast. Oh yeah, before we forget, let's go over here and get the heart tank. I'm trying to remember, who's the shield? Come here, rabbit. Yeah, a nice juicy health. We want to fill our energy tanks too, so we can have enough health when we get to Sigma. So we don't want to have to go back and have to reload all that health. Yeah, that one's still empty. Did you get anything for the Amazon Prime sale, or like the sale that Best Buy and Walmart had going alongside it? I actually got on The Last of Us show in 4K because Best Buy, the very next day after yesterday, it went down to further $2, so they matched Amazon's price, and I figured, well, might as well get it now while they're giving extra cash back on the point sites like Swagbucks and points, my points. So might as well buy it now, because I figured the lowest we can get, you know, the lowest it might go is like $25.99 anyway on Black Friday. So it's not that big a deal. It's $2 extra, whatever. But got it for $27.99 plus tax. That was a pretty good deal. Trying to remember if we need anything else for this. Yeah, it's bugging me. Who actually needs the who do we kill with the shield? So I know the boomerang is for this guy. The stinger is for... Who's the stinger for? I already forgot. Oh yeah, I got it. The homing missiles are for this guy. The boomerangs are for the chameleon. And I think the rolling shield is for the octopus. Okay, I got it. It's been a couple years since I played this one extensively. I don't recall if I played it a while back or not. I might have on the Super NES, but I don't know, my memory isn't what it used to be. So this guy here is actually a nice touch, and I didn't even know when I played this game why he looks so different. I was wondering, why does that one look so different? Why does it keep giving me lives? It's because that's the one of the bad enemies from the original Mega Man series. That's why. It's not the new one. That's what they look like, so that's why he's so special. And you can basically farm like infinite lives from him if you need them. As well as health. I like when games have stuff like that. I know Mario has several stages like that, but you can just farm lives. And I believe Donkey Kong has it too, where you can just farm lives and bananas and really get some stuff. We're at the maximum health though, so I mean we're at the maximum amount of lives, so we should be fine for now. This is also where you can get the Hadouken, is that what they call it from Street Fighter? But it's a pain and it doesn't really do much. I believe it does cause a lot of damage to the bosses, but it's just a pain to get because you have to time it exactly. If you don't time it correctly, you are pretty much in trouble. You do not want to get caught up in those spikes, but you can use a flame to kill this guy easily. There you go. You want to kill him before it takes out the ledge, because if it takes out the ledge, you're screwed. You can't get the upgrade. You have to bust through that yourself, so... See, if he takes out this ledge, you're stuck. You got no way to reach that part up there, so you want to take him out before that happens. Yes, I got The Last of Us 4K. Hoping there's commentaries for the episodes. I love those. Creepshow started doing those season 1, and then they gave up in season 2 and 3, and that was a huge loss because you had some of the most interesting episodes there. You had a little Evil Dead episode with Sam Raimi. You had a Cthulhu episode, or a Craftian episode, like a race of Cthulhus. I would have loved for her commentary and stuff. And like the Christmas special, the Halloween special, so it sucks that they stopped doing commentaries. I assume because of COVID, that was around the time COVID hit, but they never picked them up again and it kinda sucks, so. The Last of Us back cover promised us more than 3 hours of bonus features, so I'm hoping they weren't lying. That's what we get. That show is fascinating. Oh crap, we screwed that up. Oh, we salvaged it. Nice. Hell yeah. We screwed up the jump though. Okay, I'm trying to remember which one do we have to, let's see. Do we have to jump on this side or the other side? Oh yeah. It was that side up there, but I think there's nothing up there except like, I think it's just the health up there or life. Yeah, because this is over here, so I think there's only just, all that's up there is just some health. If not, we can come back and check. Just in case we miss anything. Yeah, so you pretty much have to nail this exactly. Let's see if we can get it wrong. Yeah, we almost oh damn. So we cannot get the oh, we got the health. But not the Hadouken. That's gone, so oh well, we don't need it. It looks kinda silly anyway, like Mega Man doing a Street Fighter pose and getting the shooting a fireball out, like it looks kinda ghetto. I don't remember if it's actually that powerful or not. It might be. So you cannot harm a shell while he's bouncing, but you can do that. And as usual, if you have the Buster upgrade, it does huge damage to him. The good thing about the blast is it does also travel up the walls, as you see. So we are not getting the Hadouken, but we can save that for some other time. I guess it might kill bosses in one hit. I don't remember, but if it does, where's the fun in that? Like killing every boss in one hit. You want to try out the weapons. Where's the fun in that? So. All right, so we are on to I usually save the chameleon for last. I guess we do this one. Because you can use the missiles against that guy. Otherwise, it's a pain to fight without the missiles. The missiles lock onto him and basically make him much less of a hassle. Let's get our wind ready. That means we just completed energy tank. Yeah, so I got The Last of Us 4K, Creep Show Season 3 in 4K. I mean, on Blu-ray. What have we missed? That wind tunnel is really useful. Yeah, you can't use your flame weapon underwater. So if all the forest being full of robots and having robot life, I wonder like how much actual wildlife is left in this world, pretty much at this point in the future. Like, is it pretty much just all robots and people now? Like, are there very few actual natural life forms left in this place, pretty much? Like I said, I've never gotten deep into Megalon lore, so like, I want to know how much of the actual natural world is left, because everything seems to be cybernetic now. Here's the I always missed this when I was younger. I didn't realize you had to destroy this guy right here. And you can easily do it using the torch. There you go. Just make sure to stay on top of the boat or else you'll get flattened by that easily. I tried it one time just to see what happens, and he does die when that thing smashes down onto him. Nice sea serpent robot though. You want to be careful where you shoot him at, because if you fall down, he starts to disintegrate when you beat him. If you fall down into the spikes, that's an instant death, so you want to be careful where you shoot him. And you can only target the tail, the head. That does no good to target the body. There you go, see? If he disintegrates when you're over the spikes, you're pretty much screwed. So let's go get our heart tank. Building up that health meter. And is that supposed to measure the temperature of the ocean, I'm guessing? I guess there's two of them. I always thought it was the same snake. I thought maybe if you killed the first time, well, the second time I played this, I thought maybe if you killed him down there, he wouldn't show up here, but I'm guessing it's two of them. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the special weapons work particularly well on this guy, so I think you have to just fight him with your regular blaster. I started recording a little bit later than I usually do, so if I'm not able to finish this playthrough tonight, because background noise starts getting in the way as people wake up, and I might just pick it up next Throwback Thursday. There we go. This one does fight back a bit. Even with the bonus weapon. Some of them don't. Some of them become absolute green puffs with the bonus weapon. But this one does it. Oh yeah, and he can drain your health. That always blows. Yeah, those missiles are one of the most effective weapons you can get. Here we go. Oh, thank God, we only have 2 bars of health left. Yeah, I might do part 1 of this and then make the next Throwback Thursday part 2 with the bosses. Because I started pretty late. I probably should have started hours ago, but I just got caught up watching videos on the internet from a channel called Casual Geographic, then it just spiraled. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the bosses for next time because might only have like 10 or 15 minutes more to record, so I do not want to push it. And the boss stage is gonna take a bit of time to get through, so I don't want to have to be muting the mic every few minutes just to eliminate some background noise. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten through that section without getting hit. I usually just go right through the lasers. This is definitely one of my favorite musical themes in the whole Mega Man X series, definitely, this stage right here. I want to be careful here that you don't get caught up with the spikes. Especially with them harassing you like that. Pretty easy way to get killed if you're not watching where you're going. You can take some damage from the enemies, just don't hit those spikes. You think this game will work as a 3D remake, or is it not possible? Like, I always wanted them to remake the original Super Mario World in 3D, and they never did it. Not a game inspired by Mario World, I mean the actual Super Mario World, remake it in 3D. They never did it. The closest we have, I guess this is Super Mario 3D World, but it's not the same thing. Not at all the same thing. You think this one will work in 3D? Like, not a 3D Mega Man game, I mean this game specifically translated to 3D. You think it would work? I think it could, provided they did a really good job on it. I think it might work. So we cannot get that yet because we do not have the boomerang yet. Yeah, those electric sparks are really useful at taking care of those enemies. Since they travel up the walls, you can pretty much just use them to avoid the enemies and hit them from below. Plus, we don't need to fight the boss, so you might as well use them, right? What we do need for the boss is the missiles. I like when you can just hit him with the super blast of missiles once you get the upgrade for the arm cannon. Yeah, you do need the missiles, otherwise this boss fight becomes a pain. Since he can teleport all over the place, it just becomes a pain to try to fight him with the regular weapons. I believe he's also the tallest of all the robot masters that or Reploids that Mega Man X faces. we have the nice password feature too, so if we have to start over, if for some reason my save file goes into the void for whatever reason, I could just input the password. So yeah, let's do the last boss here before we move on to Sigma stages. I really should have started half an hour earlier. We could have done the whole playthrough in one sitting. But oh well. Like I said, I just started watching one casual geographic video, and before long I was just down a rabbit hole. That's how it goes on YouTube sometimes. So got a late start. Hate to admit it. I couldn't even get to RE Mercenaries. I wanted to do the Mercenaries, get the last 2 characters to get Leon's RPD uniform. I couldn't do it. Just don't have any time. I'm gonna have to wait until next night. I always like this boss for some reason. I never fought him the first few times I played this game when I was really young. I never even knew this boss existed. Like, don't you miss times like that back when you could get caught by surprise by a boss, like you didn't even know it existed? That was always cool. The secret bosses. Oh, he's starting to smoke. He's going to self-destruct. There we go. And we got the final upgrade from Dr. Light. You want to do the stage after the octopus one, because now the forest gets flooded, and now you can go downstairs and get the final heart capsule. Or energy tank, I believe. Yeah, it's the heart capsule, because the energy tank's over by Mandrel stage. So now you can go down here and actually make that leap of faith, pretty much. You have to clear out all the blocks. Make sure you clear out all the blocks so you can jump properly. There we go. Yeah, you cannot do that unless it's flooded. One reason why I always couldn't get that heart until I figured it out to try to beat the boss above. I miss secret bosses in video games, you know. They were cool to find, especially on Super NES games and PlayStation 1 games. Those were awesome. When you had a nice secret boss that you could brag about to your friends or whoever on message boards about beating. Nowadays everything's spoiled. You already know the secret bosses way before you even play the game. Everybody knows they're there. There's no real surprise because people don't want to be surprised. They want to know exactly what they're paying for, exactly what they're getting with every single game. So like, with Spider-Man 2 coming out, I'll bet you before the game is even out, somebody will spoil the entire thing. I've already seen story spoilers. I'm sure somebody will come out one day before and spoil every single mission and boss in that game. All of it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for sure. This was nice too, how X could ride the frames and use them against other enemies. They do self-destruct, but they save you a lot of health if you're not particularly good at the game. Alright, so the first time I fought this guy, it was real pain. That was like 20 years ago or whatever, but until I figured out that you just use the boomerang. Look at him with his badass entrance. Thinking he's all tough. He's gonna wreck us. No, we're gonna wreck him. With his freaking long tongue. And if you have the mega upgrade for the blaster, it just, for the X-Buster, it just really screws him up. You hit him with the mega boomerangs that time. Although I think in his case, the regular boomerang actually works better because you can just keep targeting him. If you fire the mega boomerang, they go on an X shape pretty much, so only one of them actually hits him. It still does damage, but I think it's actually easier just to use the regular version of the weapon. Alright, we got all of that. We found Sigma's fortress. Now we got his ugly mug to deal with. Look at that. Let's go get Mandrel's energy tank. And all you do is just there you go, just aim it downwards and there you go, we have an extra energy tank. What else did we need? We got that. Got the octopus, we got everything here, we got... Oh, we have his stage. I think his is the only one left, so... Yeah, let's go get it. Let's go get the upgrade and we're gonna call it a night, cause like I said, people are gonna be waking up soon, there's gonna be noise, and do not wanna have that interfere, so... It's better if I just wait. Whatever, let's just take the damage. Like, we're not even gonna make it to the end of the stage. We're just trying to get over to we're just trying to get over to where our tank is. Next time I might do Super Mario World, or I kinda wanna do Super Mario Brothers 3, but I'm not sure, because that game's actually kinda long. And some of those stages are not fun to play near the end. The Bowser Fortress stage, all those stages are pains, so I think I might skip that. Maybe I'll just stick with Mario World. You gotta remember, we need at least 3 hours to do that. Or 2.5, probably. Probably 2.5 if we can get through the stages quickly. Maybe skip a couple of the more frustrating ones, but I want to do all 96 exits, so... Come on, X. Take out that guy. This music just sounds so epic, that's why I like it. It sounds so incredibly epic. There we go. We are finished. Got all 9 lives. You got all 4 tanks. There you go. And you can see Sigma is not listed anywhere on the map, and he does not have specs. So this is where I leave you. Next time we'll do the bosses. Like I said, I wish I could do the whole... I wanted to do the whole playthrough in one sitting, but that's not going to be possible. I don't want to be muting the mic every few minutes, so we're just going to save this for next time, and then maybe we might upload 2 videos. I might do a short one for the Mega Man X bosses, and then put the next one for Super Mario World Mario World will probably be 2 parts since it's I want to do all 96 exits, so I'll probably do this and the first part of Mario World. But I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, this is it for Throwback Thursday. I'm gonna post these, and after that I'm gonna go right back to Resident Evil 4 and try to finally get those that RPD uniform fully by getting those S+ rankings. We only have Wesker and Ada left, and Dress Ada, which is going to be a pain, but other than that, yeah, I think we're near the end of RE4 Mercenaries. I think once we're done with that, we're going to be completely done with Mercenaries mode, because I've played too much of it and I really don't feel like revisiting it so soon after we finish everything. So that'll probably be it for Mercenaries, but yeah, I'm going to continue this next week and for Thursday, and then also probably do Super Mario World. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Throwback Thursday with Mega Man X, the last 3 bosses, and hopefully Super Mario World with plenty of Yoshi, because he's my favorite character, so that's the Mario game we're gonna play. So see you later, everyone.